Welcome to Insight. I'm Jonathan Mann. On our program today, we're going to look at a nation struggling to recover from a brutal conflict, Peru. Freelance photojournalist Stephenie Hollyman traveled through Peru, meeting and talking to the forgotten victims. This is the first of two reports that we bring to you.
Each day, just outside Lima, these Quechua women walk 7 kilometers from their homes up this hill to work in the gravel pit of San Jose de Lurin. They are members of Peru's Displaced, an estimated 600,000 refugees uprooted from their homes by a brutal civil war they never understood. The women, many widows, come from villages in Ayacucho, high in the Andes. Between 1982 and 1994, almost 30,000 Peruvians died as the Shining Path and the army waged a bloody war. The women are strangers in a strange land. They've cut their braids and dress in jogging pants and baseball caps instead of traditional Quechua clothing, anything to pass for what they're not. 6 days a week, 3 hours a day, the women haul rocks by hand for the Peruvian army. They receive no cash for their labor, just food, 15 kilos of rice a month, a couple of pounds of dried beans, a hunk of lard, and some greens.
I want to return, but I don't have money, and there's nothing to return to. What will we eat? How will we be? I have nowhere to go. I had my little animals and land to cultivate. I never thought I would leave my village.
This is Ayacucho, from where the women fled. Abimael Guzman, the founder of the Shining Path, taught at the university here. He preached a severe doctrine of the People's War. In Ayacucho alone, 9,000 were killed, 2,000 disappeared. Today, shells of burned-out homes litter the landscape. Guzman was captured and jailed 4 years ago. So far, only half of Ayacucho's displaced have come home.
We left our villages where we saw massacres, our husbands killed. We came to the cities.
These days, life returns to Ayacucho, but only at a trickle. Fertile land once cultivated still lies fallow. Farmers till fields they deserted 5 years ago, using techniques favored by their ancestors, the Inca.
Now there are better conditions in terms of peace. People are returning back to work, to planting and harvesting, but there is much left from the war. There is no investment, there's no work. It's very hard to meet daily needs.
Government says they have broken the back of the Shining Path, but Army helicopters still pass overhead on their way to look for the guerrillas. Villagers are still worried. They say the Shining Path is on the rise again.
The problem is that violence can return. It's still latent. If they don't satisfy their needs, there's still a discussion of violence. There are always people advocating violence. Those people who are hungry can be won over.
In Villa Florida, a ragtag force of returnees build new homes from stone and mud. The Swiss government will provide a roof, windows, and a door frame. The villagers asked the Peruvian government for drinkable water, but received a large community hall and school desks instead. As always, warriors aren't the only ones who pay the price of war. Stephenie Hollyman for CNN, Ayacucho, Peru.